Put up part 2 of pork belly chop suey a la macarona illegal, taste illegal styles. Haere mai. This is the second part, obviously. We did a long first part, so the second part is pretty much just preparing the vermicelli. And all we need to do is boil a jug of water. Take that out of the packet and get rid of the string. We don't want the string in here. Put it in a bowl, as you can see. Make sure there's no string. And basically, all we're going to do is pour hot water over it, and we're going to just let it soak up the water. Cool. Let's just look at this. If you can see, there's a little bit of water in that bowl. Just poke it and turn it around so it's going to soak up that water. Because what's going to happen is, again, this needs rehydrating, and all the hot water is going to do is basically rehydrate it, but also it's going to make it a little bit plump. So it's going to soak all the water into its into the noodle and basically become nice and plump. I'm just going to add a little bit more water because we want it to soak up a little bit more. And then all we're going to do to that is actually glad wrap it. Glad wrap it or cover it with a cloth, up to you. Glad wrap it because I want it to steam and just to absorb that water. And that's going to, in about 5 minutes, be perfect. It'll be nice and fluffy. When I say fluffy, not super fluffy like flour, but fluffy as in it will, you know, take it on, the fire's coming out of me, will be nice and plump and absorb the water and become a nice noodle. Over here I have the soaked shiitake mushrooms, and as you can see the liquid's actually gone a little brown because it's taken on a little bit of that mushroom flavour. And this is the pork belly. As you can see, look at that. That's been simmering like that for an hour. I've had to add more liquid to it. I didn't add any more sauce though, because the darker it gets, the more reduced it gets, the more salty it gets. You don't want that, so I just keep adding. I would have added about another 300 ml of water to this all stock. So all I'm going to do, if you see this now, I'm just going to tip the whole thing in all the liquid, that mushroom flavour. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to add it to this, as you can see here. So this has been stewing for about an hour, and it's actually quite tender. If you can see that, look, it just melted in my hand. If that's the correct term. Used a bit of force, but yeah, it's about, I'd say, 15 minutes off from actually combining the rice noodle. So if you can see that, again, just let it simmer away for the next 15 minutes, and that's pretty much. So basically it's taken roughly about an hour and 20 minutes to get to this point. Over here we have prepared the vermicelli. It's got the water, and basically in 5 minutes that's going to be ready to actually combine. So 15 minutes time, we're going to add this to that, and it should be perfect. Come over here. I want you to look at the rice, or the quinoa rice mix. It's pretty much done. It's sitting there, and all I'm going to do is add a bit of salt. You can add the salt to the mix a bit earlier, because obviously it's soaking up the chicken stock, sorry, and that's pretty much ready to rock and roll. And all I'm going to do now is so basically just seasoning, and I'm going to add a little bit of butter because I want it to be nutty. Again, just to add flavour. Health freaks out there, don't add it. Keep it plain and simple. But us people that crave a little bit of fats or essential oils, add a bit of butter because it will make it even more Moorish here. Can you see that? Lovely. So that's pretty much done. Sitting, ready to rock and roll. So basically, we're going to come back, part 3, and you can't really plate it up in any spectacular way, so all I'm going to do is show you the finished product, and you can watch me eat it, okay? Illegal.